What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? It's mid-April, which usually means tax season. I actually think that they've bumped it back a little bit this year, May 17th, because of the pandemic. But I figured I would take a quick second to go over just how much a channel of my size makes in a year. And I want to be respectful of your time. So spoiler, it doesn't make much. Okay. Let's dive into YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is just a web application for viewing and managing, all of your YouTube video content, as well as, it being, a really powerful suite of tools for looking at some of the analytics, as well as how much money and things like that you're making from your channel. So right away, you can see that I recorded this video a few days ago. And my last video that I made was, an April Fool's Day video talking about cheating on Zwift, which Zwift is like a cycling video game kind of thing. It's a hilarious video. You should absolutely check it out if you haven't seen it. And you can tell that this video, it's not really doing great when it's kind of in comparison to the previous 10 videos that I've made. But either way, this video is super fun to make. I definitely do not regret it. But each video actually has its own analytics. So you can really compare and contrast, like how a video is doing. So if I click onto this one, you can see the views in which it's gotten recently, the watch time, and actually how much money it's made. And I'm guessing that I spent really well over 10 hours making this particular video. And, right now we're sitting here looking at this and it's made less than $3 total. So maybe not the most valuable use of my time. My day job is writing software, and I do definitely tend to charge a slightly higher rate than this. Now, the section that is really interesting is this overall channel analytics, and we can just navigate over to that. And you can see that overall my channel is actually doing really well during this, previous 28-day period. A lot of that is because I posted videos a little bit more frequently because I had a little bit of time off of work while I was watching the kids, on spring break, and I just made a few extra videos. But it's tax season and we want to look at how much money I made over the year of 2020. So if we adjust our dates here and we drop down to 2020, right away, you'll see that I made $1,759.80. And that's, of course, before taxes. Again, not super impressive considering, how much time I actually put into working on this channel. Now, when we click on revenue, you can actually see a little bit more detail in here. You can actually see that there was a bit of a spike here right before Christmas time. I would guess that that is due to advertisers really pushing hard for the holiday season. So, if more advertisers are trying to put ads on your videos on YouTube, YouTube can charge a little bit more for those ads, and you get a small cut of those extra advertisement revenue pieces. So you do tend to get a little bit more money, per click or per view. And you do have some insight into that sort of thing. You can see how much it costs to run ads on your channel, sort of. You can see what's called your CPM, or your cost per 1,000 impressions. For the year, mine was this number here, this $11.48. But it's not the exact same throughout the entire year. And it peaked out right there, that same spot, that $25.41. So, during that time of the year, I basically make about twice as much per advertisement compared to the rest of the year. And, some channels are talking about, financial services. They're going to have a really high CPM. Other channels, maybe they're, talking about old TV shows that are talking about paper companies. I don't know. But those would most likely have a lower CPM. And I have no idea if my CPM is great or bad or horrible. It is what it is. I don't have that much control over it. And I actually don't know really all that much about this stuff, but as I figure it out, as we figure it out, I'm happy to come along here and tell you guys, whatever I've learned so far. Okay, so not a ton of money coming into this channel from, Google AdSense on YouTube. And you can only turn on ads after you've grown your channel to 1,000 subscribers and you have enough watch time. For me, that actually took a long time. But you can also make money on YouTube via affiliate links. I do try to link the products that I'm talking about in the videos, or the stuff that I use, or really anything that I find, personally helpful. I link those as affiliate links in the description of my videos. So, if someone does go through and buys, the Garmin Forerunner 945, I might make, somewhere like 3 or 4% on that purchase. Doesn't end up costing that person any extra. It is kind of a nice way for you guys to help support the channel. Again, the money isn't super big there. And I do typically tell people to go buy items at their local small business if possible. It's not the place where you're really gonna make a ton of money on YouTube. And lastly, I make money from, shirt sales or merchandise type stuff. Quick change into one of the shirts that I sell. Again, this is definitely not a big ticket item. I've probably made about $20 from shirts. But I really do like having the option to design kind of niche triathlon shirts and just put it out there for people to pick up. In fact, when people ask, I think really that's, my suggested way to kind of support the channel, if that's kind of what you're looking to do. Sadly, there are also expenses. I love camera equipment. I love the lights. I like the, nice camera equipment that I use. That stuff is expensive. So it shouldn't take you too long to figure out that really, with all the profits that I've talked about, I really still lost money on my YouTube adventures for the year of 2020. But I do hope that things will pick up in the future. And obviously, I don't do it for the money. I do it because I really enjoy the process of making these videos. And if you've watched this channel, you'll know that it's something that I'd suggest that you guys really consider as well. But I want to be super clear that this is definitely not a get-rich scheme. If you're going into YouTube thinking that it is, I think you're going to be disappointed. So I'll leave you with that. Make videos because you love it and not for the money. And as always, don't forget to get out there, swim, bike, run, rinse, and then repeat it all over again. And we will see you guys on the next one.